Well, the 2013 SuperDraft has come to an end, and what an event it was. Toronto FC got the ball rolling on Wednesday night by trading away the first overall pick to New England for the fourth and allocation money. Now, there's a lot of confusion over the allocation money. What does it do for Toronto? Well, we'll explain that in a minute. In fact, you're going to hear from the president and general manager, Kevin Payne himself, about the explanation for allocation money, because this is something that kept coming up on the SuperDraft floor, almost comically so, over and over again. Toronto FC did very, very well at the SuperDraft. They picked third overall Kyle Becker from Oakville, Ontario, an attacking midfielder that goes box to box, that can take set pieces, and he was very happy to be selected by Toronto. This is the player that the Reds wanted all along, and here he is, Kyle Becker, getting introduced to the media for the first time as a Toronto FC player.
With the third pick of the first round of the 2013 MLS SuperDraft, Toronto FC select from Boston College, the MVP of our recent MLS Combine, midfielder Kyle Becker.
Well, like I said, I'm an attacking midfielder, but I can also play as a box-to-box midfielder. So, I mean, I'm going in with no expectations of what I got to do. I got to work for every minute I get.
So Kyle Becker was the third overall pick, but you remember the first overall selection became fourth, and then later on the draft floor, fourth became 10th, 10th became 16th, and at 16th overall, Toronto FC picked forward Emery Welshman of Mississauga, Ontario. Here he is.
With the 16th pick of the first round of the 2013 MLS SuperDraft, Toronto FC select from Oregon State University, forward Emery Welshman.
I'm coming home. I've lived in Mississauga, Ontario for my whole life, and Toronto's just a 15-minute drive away, so I know Toronto very well. I've grown up there. I've go shopping there, have friends there. This is the ideal situation, and I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to give back to the fans that one day I was a fan of, and I'll continue being a fan of, and now I get to play for my team.
So with Toronto making all of these moves, what is coming back isn't just other teams' draft picks, but also allocation money from each individual team. And for Kevin Payne, this was vital because Toronto is carrying a hefty salary cap and needed to pay down the salaries to bolster the squad. He explains that Toronto may have created as much as 20% relief on their salary cap in one day's worth of work. Here he is, the president and general manager of Toronto FC on the day of SuperDraft.
You know, as I said, allocation money is pretty fungible, so there's different ways we can use it. We certainly have the need to stretch our salary cap. We have some fairly big contracts that are guaranteed that we have to accommodate. We do definitely have our eye on some players from international players who might be designated player level, not big designated player level, but what we in the league call a small DP level, where we could actually use this allocation money and buy them down and just fit them on our cap without them having to be a DP. We have 3 DPs, so that's a big advantage to us. And then there's a number of other players that are, you know, in the 150 or so range that this money will allow us to really seriously look at and try to add to our roster. So, you know, in a sense, it just increases our salary cap by 20%.
So a journey that started at the MLS Player Combine in Fort Lauderdale, Florida a week ago ends the SuperDraft with both Canadian players at the draft getting selected by their hometown team. What a wonderful day for both of them and for the club. Now we're going to wait to see what Kevin Payne does with all that allocation money. He said that they're able to get possibly a DP caliber player without having to pay DP salaries, and that'll excite a lot of Toronto FC fans. We'll see what happens in Toronto when we get back there, and until then, I'm Asif Hossain. This is Toronto FC TV. We'll see you soon.